everyone! Interrupting me. Hello everyone, this is Sarah.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, anyways, she's a good friend of mine, and you guys saw the I'm Coming Back video, and a lot of you had different requests about the hair that I did. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm going to try to block it on her as much as possible during the video. Anyways, completely, I can't fix it. So completely ignoring that, my makeup is melting off my face. So is hers, just because it's hot. Anyways, that video, and I'll post a link to it, you guys requested the hair for. Now I'm going to show you guys with my hair, because mine is naturally curly. This is actually straighter than normal. But I'm also going to show you on straight hair how to do it. Just so that if anyone has straight hair, if anyone has... You're naked in my video on the World Wide Web. Just that way, if anyone has straight hair or if anyone has curly hair, they can still achieve this look. And I just did her makeup and her foundation, so if you guys would like to see how to do this, which is the exact same makeup as in the I'm Coming Back video, I'll post a link to that, and be sure to click subscribe so you guys can see the tutorial for curly hair and all sorts of other updates. So this is Sarah's hair, and the first thing I did was spray lightly with the BioSilk Thermal Shield, and this is going to ensure that her hair doesn't burn or she doesn't get split ends while we're doing this look. An Amica curling iron. This is the smallest barrel. I'm guessing it's about a ½ inch. And I'm using it just on a heat protectant shield. Make sure that you guys do that. And I got mine from Folica.com. It comes in 3 different sizes. This will be the largest barrel, but because her hair is straight and we're going for some of these small curls, so that's what we'll start with first. First thing I'm going to do is reserve a small amount of hair here at the top. We didn't really have a bouffant, but we did have just kind of a small poof, and so I'm going to make sure that I reserve this hair just so that we can work with that later. So now Sarah looks like a weirdo with hair in her face, but that's okay. So first things first, we're going to take small sections of the hair, and we're only going to take, I'm guessing whatever you would call this, about 1/4 of an inch of hair, thick in diameter. And, you know, of course, move the rest out to the side. And once we take this, we're going to curl it away from her face. You guys can hold it on for as long as little as you want. And if you guys see it steaming, that's just extra moisture from the shield that we put on. If your hair is steaming and you didn't put a thing on, then that's troubling. But basically any excess moisture that's on top of the hair, for instance if it's a hot day or even if it's a cold day and it's been raining, that's what you're going to see come off. So hold it on for just about 30 seconds and then you can release. And her curls are holding really well because of the shine shield. If they don't, however, I'd recommend taking a pin just to pin it up. Also, I'm going to be using the Big Sexy Hair. It's a hairspray. This one is the spray and play, and I'm just going to hold this little curl up in my hand and spray it. Just a really light dusting. And I also have this one. This is the Chi Enviro Flex Hold Hairspray. We're going to be using this on the bangs just because this one has a looser flex, and this one is really a good hold. So we're going to make sure that we treat each curl the way it needs to be treated to get the maximum or minimum amount of hold that we need to achieve this look. Because you don't want to walk around with like crunchy hair, you know? So I will show you again the second piece of hair, and then I'm going to pause and just finish the rest of her head so that I don't bore you guys while curling her entire head. And as you can see, this is how the curl is going to turn out. Very pretty. And also just be careful about burning the ears. That's not a good idea. Also, I'm going to kind of stop here. By the way, this is at 200 degrees. It's actually at 192, but 200 is what we need to get her hair to act the way we're looking for it to. The less heat that you can use, the better, because you really don't want to damage your hair. And again, that's what this comes in handy for, or any other shine shield. Also, when we're doing the rest of her hair, again, I'm going to pause. You want to section it off in 3 parts. For instance, the top, which would be the crown, the middle, and then the very bottom, so that way it's not just curls, but you have different layers and different dimensions of curls. So we're going to stop the video and be right back. Alright everyone, so this is now Sarah's hair. It's completely curled, everything like that. And as you can see, we still have the front loose so that we can do that. So Sarah, I'm going to have you dip your head down. And she's just going to keep her head down a bit so you guys can see how I do this. And I'm going to take these curls, move them to the back, so that way they don't get in our way, and unclip this hair. can comb through it a little bit, and it's already got a shield on it. I'm going to again take this, and the way that we're going to do this very front curl is to wrap it in one direction around the barrel and away from her forehead. Oopsies. And Sarah, tell me if it's too hot for you.
No, it's fine.
And we're just going to hold it here for a little bit because we really want this curl to stay. And we're going to keep the curl kind of as close to its shape as possible. Shake up. This again is the Chi one. Oopsies. And I'm going to shield her face with my hand, just kind of hold the curl up here. And you want to do this so you don't get it in your face. And completely spray this with the Chi. And the Chi is going to act a little bit different because it's in the front of her face. We don't want it to be super cakey. Oopsies. See how well that holds? So it's a very good hold, but at the same time, it's not going to be super crunchy. And a little bit goes a long way, trust me. Oh, sorry about that. So, once we do that, we can kind of string this curl out. And I'm going to do the very top of her head first, and then move on to the rest. So this curl, as you can see, is very, very open. You can kind of comb it through with your fingers because we don't want it to be super structured, but at the same time, we want to have that kind of bouffantish look. And you guys can achieve the bouffant look by backcombing, but backcombing is very bad for the hair, and I do not recommend it to anybody. I'm going to take 2 bobby pins, just kind of put it up as much as I need it. And again, I didn't actually use bobby pins when I did it, but because we're doing this on straight hair, we're going to use this to hold it in place. So as you can see, we now have this nice little poof, and we haven't damaged the hair. Next, I'm going to take these strands individually and kind of just run them through my fingers. So that way they're still curly, but they're not completely structured. The way her hair looks right now, I did a tutorial on artificial curls because they do look very curly, very artificial, very, you know, Southern Belle. And if you guys are looking for curls like this, there is a tutorial on how to do them. I'll post the link in the sidebar or the bottom bar. But because we're not exactly going for that right now, I'm just going to piece them through with my fingers and kind of get this sort of look. So if you guys can see from one side to the other, they're very structured and these are very loose, happy little windblown curls. Because you see we've curled away from her face, the great thing about these curls is that they're kind of framing her face because they're moving in this direction. You can also say we don't want this right in her face. We can wrap it around another curl and it's almost like a little shelf and it will hold very nicely. And you guys can do that in the front where I like to do it, or even all over your or her entire head, just to make these curls really bouncy, give them texture, and give them different dimension. What we're going to do is take all of these curls to the back, and I'm now going to show you kind of how to twist them. Sorry, I'm down more. I'm going to show you how to twist them into kind of the back bun. Now, my hair is very, very voluminous naturally, and we just gave her a lot of volume, which is what we were looking for. So you need to make sure that you do get volume when doing this look. So take these curls from the front and kind of fold them into each other like I had shown. And basically you want to take them starting here at the head and moving down the ear. So basically we're taking a little bit from here and just kind of wrapping them around each other just so that they hold and almost like a bit of a rope. And again, this will not cause knots. If it does cause knots, then you're probably not doing it super correctly. If it does cause knots, just go into the shower, soak with conditioner, and they'll come right out. But this should not cause knots for you. So as you can see, we now have almost 2 braid-like rope things in the very back. And then, of course, these strands at the top that were part of the bangs that she has folded over. And if you guys have bangs, you can do them the way you like. If yours are different, you can do however really pleases you. Because this is a look that's about framing your face and about making you look pretty. The next thing I'm going to do, just because Sarah's hair doesn't hold volume as well because it's naturally straight, I'm going to hold this kind of pin in and take half of the first rope, half of the second rope, and then push up into the back of her hair. So we're taking a little bit from the first, a little bit from the second, and then pinning it to the back of her head. Next, I'm going to take about half of what's left and completely open it up, so kind of ruin the rope that we just made. With that, I'm going to curl it around this pin and underneath this other rope. So it gives it almost like a barrel roll. And right here at the top is where I'm just going to take a safety pin and make sure that it holds. We're going to... Huh? Oh, thank you. It's a bobby pin, not a safety pin. And we're just going to make sure that this holds. And if it doesn't, then we're just going to have to pin it a couple more times because it's not a safety pin. Thank you, Sarah.
No problem.
Because this is the inside curl, we can pin this a bit different. You want to make sure it's still pinned tightly, but you can pin it a lot less structured than some of the outer curls. And then this again is one of those big barrel pins. So if you have any of those, it would be really good to secure your hair with these and just anchor it into some of the more important spots. We're going to use this last little rope, take it apart again, and just very simply drape it over in different directions. And you want to kind of try as best as you can to keep it going in the same direction and almost wrap it around the bottom. So if you guys can see, I'm just taking these individual little curly strands and kind of almost pulling it taut. Some more loosely than others, of course. Last but not least, you want to make sure that you go from the top of your or her head and kind of anchor these in just by going straight down, almost into the ponytail that we've created. Fluff it out with your hands so that the curls really wrap around, and if you get loose ones that are falling off, feel free to just pin or spray those back, but this gives us that really nice open look. Kind of tug anywhere you want, really. And so it just gives us this really loose, sloppy bun look. Again, use this really hard spray. This is the spray and play. I'm gonna try my best not to get this in her face. So go like this. So that's what it looks like from the top, and then from the bottom, oopsies, from the bottom and the back. And turn around. So that's basically how you do the look on straight hair. If you'll do like a 360 for us, Sarah. Just like the little rotating girl. But that is what it looks like from all angles, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this can be a help to you, and if you have any other questions or requests, feel free to let me know. Again, click subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye! Say bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, you knew it was coming! So everyone, once your iron is completely cooled, I really recommend spraying it with a styling iron guard. This will make your iron clean, help it last longer, and basically prolong its life. So I'm going to do a video on this. Be sure that you click subscribe so you can see exactly how to clean your irons, keep them good looking, keep them clean, and keep them longer and in better working condition.